In the real world, as you build your application, there might be newer versions of the dependencies you have installed. So you want to quickly find out what packages have been outdated and what are the new versions. To find this information, you run npm outdated. So here, npm looks at the versions of our dependencies and compares them with what we have in npm registry. Let's see what's happening here. So let's take a look at Mongoose. The current version that we have installed is 2.4.2. But the version that we want is 2.9.10. Where did that come from? Well, back in package.json, look, we have referenced Mongoose version 2.4.2, but here we have this caret character that is equivalent to version 2.x. So as long as the major version is 2, that release can be used in this application. Now, in this case, the latest version 2 release is version 2.9.10. So that's why we have this value under the wanted column. Next, we have the latest version. Now, in this case, the latest version has a different major release. So here we have version 4, but currently we're dealing with version 2. In contrast, with underscore, both our current version and the latest version, they're both in the same major release, that is version 1. So with npm outdated, you can see all the outdated packages. Now, if you want to update them, you run npm update. However, this only works for updating minor and patch releases. In other words, when I run this, you can see that underscore will be updated because both the current and the latest version, they're both in the same major release. So that means there are no breaking changes, but Mongoose will not be updated to the latest version because the latest version is 2 major releases away, and it is possible that there might be some breaking changes there. So when we run npm update, we don't want to accidentally break our application. So let's run this and see what happens. So you can see we have 2 updates here. Underscore is updated to version 1.8.3, which is the latest version available, okay? However, Mongoose is updated to the latest major 2 release, that is 2.9.10. And that's what we had here under the wanted column. If you want to update these dependencies to their very latest version, you can do that with npm update. For that, you need a different command line tool. So run npm install -g, which stands for global. And the name of the package we're going to install is npm -check -updates. Now, if you're on Mac, you prefix this with sudo. Enter your password. Okay, now we have a new command line tool called npm check updates. If you run this, you can see all the outdated packages and their new version. So in this case, we have Mongoose 2.9.10, but the latest release is 4.13.6. Now here you can see this line, run ncu, which is short for npm check updates, with -u to upgrade package.json. So we can run npm-check updates, or the shorter is ncu with -u to upgrade. So you can see our package.json is updated, and here's the newer version of Mongoose. But this dependency is not installed yet. We only updated package.json. So to verify this, look, here in package.json, we have Mongoose version 4. Now, let's install this dependency. So back in the terminal, we run npm install. Okay, now we have the latest version of Mongoose. So if we run npm outdated, we don't get anything because all our packages are up to date. Similarly, if you use ncu, again, you can see all dependencies match the latest package versions.